Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. You talk about this Giant defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lance wants to change him up.
Ready?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Paris Campbell. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Here we go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking for Michael Mayer on the play. And now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Garoppolo. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. A Raider first down, 17 yards. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Here we go. Two.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On the ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give them 32 on the play.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Ready.
On play action, Lance. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Ready, set.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Come on, set.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver And that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive, because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
21.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session, because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point, because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game, because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ready?
Throwing now is Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Ready?
From the gun, it's Lance. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
People are getting paid. People are cashing checks.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway. and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it is 28-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Way to make the play.
Here we go, here we go, here we
The
go.
Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At the 34-yard line.
Ready up.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Set.
To throw, it's Lance. Hyatt has got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Hyatt, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talk to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
At the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Raiders, nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Now a turn and a give to Barkley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Okay,
so back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost...
There he goes, left side. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Lance looking to throw it. Gets this to Waller on the crossing route. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
On the set. Hey, go steal. Check.
Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Garoppolo. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most. Touchdown Raiders! Michael Mayer, 31 yards. And the Raiders are able to at least get one score back.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there, a 22.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Lance to throw it. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure.
Ready.
Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And Lance going to throw. down the right sideline. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Raiders 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here we go, here we go.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's
here we go.
3rd and 9. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Let's go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for the Giants. 44 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
On the ready.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And Lance now to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Set, ready.
From the 2 now. 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Now Lance. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. York now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Giants 56, Raiders 14.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st down, Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
But it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. Throw caught by Mayer. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here we go, here we go.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's caught here by Adams.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. It gets it right back to Mayer. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Let's go now.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. On play action, Lance. And this is into the hands of Campbell downfield. Now he's loose again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Garoppolo's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 82 yards on the ground here for Jacobs, so this is a first down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Hey, here we go.
Garoppolo on first down. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
First down, New York.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Go deep. Drill green. Set cut.
To throw, it's Lance. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game